There was so much going on. I don't even know. First of all, if you want to know how old I was in 2001, it was 6. I was 6. I was 6 years old. Okay. I don't even remember the Guardians at that point. I don't even think I was a fan. No, actually, I was, but not old enough to know what was happening.
Right.
So I was
you were like watching Aaron Seeley closely when he pitched at that point at 6 years old. No.
No. I think I knew Manny Ramirez, Jim Thome, and Omar Vizquel. That's the only 3 I knew.
Well, they all had big games. Jim Thome hit 2 home runs in that game. Actually, only had I think 2 solo home runs.
Oh, Kenny Lofton, because my brother had met him the previous Christmas at a random like mall signing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kenny Lofton was a guy, as I understand it. I didn't live in Cleveland back then. Or I wasn't in the area. I was in Northeast Ohio. But he, as I understand it, he was regularly out and about and pretty personable and a pretty happy guy. And then he got traded to Atlanta, and it was just so visible that he didn't want to be with the Braves. And I wasn't mad at him. I understood. I mean, I had, I saw him play in Cleveland. I got to watch the World, whatever. I get that he wanted to be there. He never wanted to leave. It looked like he was just a broken man in Atlanta. I felt terrible for him, to be honest.
I keep forgetting you're a Braves fan. I really do. I keep forgetting.
It happens. I was glad that Lofton found his way back eventually. But yeah, that made me sad. He looked like a broken man in Atlanta. And I know a lot of Braves fans were really mad at him because he didn't, but whatever. I mean, the guy's heart was in Cleveland. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, his heart's always been here. But just a rant. Like, I popped in at the weirdest time. First, okay. We're not even going to talk about the Rodney King riots. That was a shock. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Let me talk about the first traffic light, where it is located.
Okay.
Where it is located on 105 in Euclid is hell. Because I used to take that way to work every single day, right? That one particular intersection is a nightmare because it turns from a 2-lane road it actually turns from a 3-lane road into a 2-lane road, and then you turn and it's a 1-lane road.
Oof.
And half it should be a 2-lane, but half of it is a 1-lane because it's also a bus lane.
Oh, no.
Not only is it a bus lane, it is a health line bus lane. So it's even worse. Woo! Let me tell you, when I heard that intersection, I'm just like, oh my God. So they're responsible for hell on earth. Okay. All right.
Wow. That's the very first electric traffic light. It's not crazy.
And you want to know what's even worse is that light, every single time I would go that way to work, half the time would be out.
It's the oldest light in America, so that makes sense.
But welcome back to today's Spiral, everyone. As you can see, I've already started. It's been a day for me. I've been up since 5 a.m. Yeah, I've been up since 5 a.m. So I'm one of the two. I'm either going to be real wired or I'm just going to be dragging. But we got some topics. Chad, I'm going to give you like I gave you last night. I'm going to give you 3 options.
All right.
Do you love a good brand night in sports, a la a Marvel night, Pups in the Park, good theme night, or like a Barbie game for the Atlanta Dream? So do you love a good brand night?
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Am I going to really have to defend a Browns quarterback?
Okay. All right.
Or are Cleveland fans a little too savage sometimes?
Okay. We got to start there. I think we can defend the Browns quarterback. I'm probably with you on that. But let's talk about fans. Let's get into this. Let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about our lovely, beautiful fans. Look, I'm a Cleveland sports fan. I've been a Cleveland sports fan my entire life. I will never not be a Cleveland sports fan. Okay. It's in my blood. I can't help it.
Right.
I will ride for my team. But I think we have also at times gone a little too far.
Yeah.
Last night during the Guardians game, while we were on air, I saw something on Twitter and I'm like, that's crazy that happened. Gabriel Rice, a Guardians player, was booed as he struck out. Not by New York Mets fans, by his own fans, the Cleveland Guardians. Now, that is not the first time a Cleveland Guardian has been booed. It has been many a Cleveland Guardians have been booed. But the other most savage thing I've ever seen a Cleveland sports fan do is 2007, Derek Anderson. No, it wasn't 2007. It was 2008 because I remember I was watching that game. 2008, Derek Anderson, Browns quarterback, went down with an ankle injury, and the fans rejoiced.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that more often than not. Unfortunately, we've seen Cleveland fans root for injuries. Sometimes, not even sometimes.
So are we savage?
I think it depends. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I was like 13 when that happened. I remember that's the first time I've ever seen that where people literally cheered for a man to fracture his ankle.
Yeah. What did Derek Anderson ever do to you? Like, why would you root for that? What did he ever do? Did he throw a pick on like a 3rd and 11 or something? Like,
I think it was because it was the year that they went 10-6 the previous season and they missed the playoffs. And then they came back the next season and everybody expected them to build off of that season. But I think it was another season where they went like 4-12 or something like that. And they really wanted Brady Quinn to come in. Yep. Again, Derek Anderson and Brady Quinn were the future of the Browns at one point. Crazy to say.
It's funny. We talked about it tonight, how the quarterback position is so polarizing here, and it has been since 1999. I mean, it's been like one camp against the other camp, and if you root for this guy, there's something wrong with you, right? Like why don't you want this guy to? Who cares? Like shouldn't you just want the Browns to win most years? Like I didn't care if it was Seneca Wallace. I didn't care if it was, it doesn't matter, right? Browns win 10, 12 games. That's it.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer.
Yeah.
Like who? But again, the fans cheered when Derek Anderson went down with a season-ending injury. Gabriel Rice was so disliked, and he was booed last night that they designated him for assignment and brought up his replacement. Like I don't think people realize that sometimes like being a fan is fun. While it is fun, like sometimes these people actually are like human. And I think booing someone because you don't like them and you may not like how they play the game and you may be frustrated with them is a little much. It's a little much.
Yeah, I understand that fans go, hey, I paid my price of admission. I can say, I think you can say what you want, but I think that when you cross the line, then there's really no coming back from that, right? Like it's okay to be upset with a guy. It's okay to watch a guy continue to go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts every night and go, man, I really wish maybe if we had another, option in the lineup, maybe in AAA, can we do something? Can we replace this guy? It's fine to have those discussions. I think that's fine. I mean, we're always going to have those discussions about sports, but to personally attack, and it goes beyond that, Autumn. We've seen it, and maybe it's a newer development because of social media and because of sports betting. It's all like it's a perfect storm, right? We have more access to athletes than ever. We have more riding on these athletes than ever. People bet, almost every game. Sometimes people are out there betting on every single game, right? So when you see someone underperform, they get attacked on social media. They get DMs or, horrible, racist or misogynistic things said. How do you not know that that's clearly crossing the line? No one cares about your parlay. No one cares about your over under. Shut up. I mean, if you bet and lose, If I'm an athlete, I don't care if you bet on me or against me. Leave me out of it. That's your decision. You didn't consult me. I didn't say, hey, listen, I'm going 4 for 4 tonight with 3 home runs. Put it on me. Right. And then go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. I didn't make you bet. I didn't make you place that bet. That's a ridiculous situation that has to stop. And we have people that just continue to do it. It's the same kind of thing that happens over and over again. Autumn, that has to stop.
It has to, no, because I was on TikTok the other day, and luckily I've been on the Cleveland Sports side of TikTok, and I will say this, like, it's not as bad as Twitter. Cleveland Sports Twitter genuinely makes me want to tear my hair out because people will go to the extreme on there, and I'm like, whoa, like, calm down, like, breathe. Like, I think it was a game a couple months ago where you would have thought it was like a World Series game for the Guardians, and it was like just a regular run of the mill game, and people were like, "Oh my God, this team is terrible. They suck. I hate everyone. This is the worst this ever happened." And I'm like, "You guys, it's a baseball game in the middle of June. Like, what are we doing?" But I was watching a guy who was going through his jersey collection, and he was like, "Yeah, it's hard being a Cleveland sports fan and having jerseys because every time you get a jersey, something happens, right?" And I just like, even the way he was talking about like the people of jerseys that he had, I was like, you're not even talking about them like they're human. Like, you just like, it's just like people, like, sometimes I think our fan base thinks that players that play for us are commodities. Like, they have to do what they want them to do. Yeah. And I'm like, it's to the point where now it's just not even fun to watch anymore. Like, it's not fun to watch. If I would have been there at that game and I would have saw people booing, I would have been like, what is the point of this? Where are you going to get with this?
You know what? So here are the things that I played baseball my whole life. Baseball is very hard, right? Hitting a round ball with a round bat is extremely difficult, especially when you got a guy throwing 102 miles an hour on the mound who, first of all, is really good at what he does, and he's trying to get you out, right? Here are the things that I've been upset with athletes for. Not hustling out a ground ball to first base, okay? You hit a ground ball in the hole, and then, you kind of dog it down the line and get thrown out by a half a step. Unless you, like, tore a hamstring in the last 6 to 12 months, you're going to hear it from me. Like, I'm going to say something. I mean, hustle down the line is the first things we learn, right? When you start playing sports, hustle when you're on the field, when you're on the court. Whatever it is, you hustle, right? You always play hard. I'm never going to boo a guy for making an error. It happens. Physical errors happen. Strikeouts happen. You're going to give up home runs as a pitcher. You're going to come in and hang a slider. You're going to throw a fastball over the middle when you meant to go in on a guy's hands. Those things are all going to happen. They've happened since the first pitch, since Abner Doubleday made this a thing back in the 1800s when I was not alive. I want to clear that up. These things have happened in baseball. And in sports in general, guys are going to make mistakes. Girls are going to make mistakes. They're going to miss shots. They're going to miss kicks. They're going to swing and miss. They're going to whatever. Those things are all always going to happen. Yeah, you love to see your favorite players come up in a clutch moment. Great. It's just it can't physically happen every single time. There's no sense in booing a guy for striking out. Really. I mean, I'm sorry. I know you don't like it as a fan, but deal with it. It's part of the game. Now, if he hits a ground ball to shortstop and the winning run is sitting there on third, right, at the bottom of the ninth, it's a tie game. And whatever, the tying run is there on third, and he dogs it down the line, doesn't get there, doesn't run it out. And get on him, boo him, let him know. That's terrible. It's an effort thing, but yeah, I'm not going to boo a physical error or a swing and a. It's just never going to happen. You're not going to see that. I'm not going to do that.
That's where I'm at. Where with a lot of things, it's just like I conduct myself in fandom a little differently. Like I will say this: during the pandemic, I took a huge step back from sports because I had to literally sit down with myself and say, what is more important, my life or sports, right? Or my fandom, right? And I had to say, look, I had to become a casual fan in order for me to like have a healthy balance of my life and my sports fandom. And I think sometimes what Cleveland sports fans, us in particular, is that some people don't have that healthy balance in their lives. So I get it if you're a content creator, like I understand that, and like your content is Cleveland sports. But if you're not a content creator, why are you booing this man? Right. Why are you like? What is the point? What is the problem?
And I always think about like Browns fans specifically with this. What happens on a football field on Sunday shouldn't affect your lunch on a Tuesday. Like There's no reason that 48 hours later you should still be upset about this game. There's nothing you can do to control it. And sometimes I think that's the hardest part for ex-athletes is like when you're used to like in your career, you played in big games, right? You were on the mound in those moments, you were whatever at the plate or whatever, you were playing quarterback. It doesn't matter. When you watch a team, it's a lot harder to watch your team lose than it is to play and be in those tight situations. You feel like you can make a difference. You can do something, right? When you're watching, you're kind of helpless. And I think that should go both ways. Like you're helpless. Yeah. And there's nothing you can do. So it feels stressful, but you're also helpless. There's nothing you can do. You can't change it. Being mad for the next 5 days about a game or the next 5 years, if you're a Buckeyes fan, that's not going to change it. Right. It doesn't matter how often you want to live in the past and go, oh, that was a fumble. It was a bad call. This guy should have been, who cares? I mean, it's a game. It happens. You have to move on. You have to. And I think that having kids calmed me down as a sports fan a little bit because I used to be a guy that I would get up and yell at my TV for some certain things or whatever. But then I learned like I'm around my kids. I'm trying to teach them that you can't win every game in life. That's not how life works. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some. You're always going to try your best, but you're going to lose some. And I think that a lot of life is the lesson is how you respond to those losses, right? So if I tell them, hey, you got to be cool and whatever, and then I'm yelling at the TV on a 2-run home run in the 7th inning of a May game, what do I look like? Right. I mean, that's pretty hypocritical. So, yeah.
Look, yeah. Now, I will defend us a little bit. We are passionate.
Yes.
So I'm glad we are passionate and we care.
Yes.
And speaking of passionate and caring, when we come back from the break, I'm going to have to defend a Cleveland Browns quarterback. That is one of the things I do not like to do. I'm going to have to defend the Cleveland Browns quarterback because we are out here taking preseason polls on people we have seen play half a season. What are we doing?
We don't know.
When we come back, we'll talk more about it. Later on the show, we'll get to brand nights and how much fun they are and how much I love them. And then we'll get to, of course, my good spiral and bad spiral of the day. But you guys are watching us here on Inside Edge Network. We will be back in just a few.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, the proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I gotta put my glasses back. I like to think. Right. I have to put my glasses on to defend a Cleveland Browns quarterback. Right? We are the second season in to Shedeur Sanders, and I don't understand what Shedeur did to people in the NFL. What did he do? Did he run over somebody's dog? Did he kill a kid? What did he do to these people? Like, I don't understand. So first of all, we have the visit that Deion made. Deion Sanders visited Shedeur Sanders last week, first week of camp, because Shedeur asked him to come to camp just to see him. Deion is about to start his, fifth season at Colorado as head coach. So he wants to see his dad before he starts coaching, who he's not going to see for months, because dad is also in football in Colorado and he's in Ohio.
Yep.
And people are mad that Deion went to go see him and didn't try to be Coach Prime, that he was just his dad.
I don't understand it.
Then we have, first of all, we have Deshaun Watson having one of the worst training camps I've ever seen. Every single report about Deshaun Watson every single day is just how bad he is. I've never seen that from any Browns quarterback.
But he threw 7 touchdowns today. You didn't see the quarterback tracker? Come on.
When I say every single day, there's a new Deshaun Watson story about how bad he is, about how inept he is, about how he has no command over the offense, how he's throwing picks. I have never seen something like this with my own eyes. And again, we have had the likes of Brandon Weeden, Johnny Manziel, Dylan Gabriel. Like, I can go down the list of just how many terrible quarterbacks there are. And
I had high hopes for Brandon Weeden. Do you remember why? He was on the sports science segment. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
They were shooting the clay pigeons, and Brandon Weeden was picking them off. And I was like, oh, my God, the Browns got a guy. Look at this. Like, that is pinpoint accuracy, right? Apparently, wide receivers are smaller than clay pigeons. I didn't know that. But I knew it was over week 1 when Brandon Weeden came out and got stuck under the American flag before they played the Eagles. And I was like, this isn't good. That's not a good omen. Some say Brandon Weeden went in there and a different guy came out. We don't know.
He was literally a 30-year-old rookie because he couldn't make it in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Well, there's no shame in that. Baseball's hard. But yeah, he was.
Yeah. He literally had to retool himself to play a different sport because.
He did. I give him all the credit in the world for being good enough to have a professional career in a second sport. That's.
Yeah, no, that's honestly, that is very impressive, but like, the writing was on the wall. But the reason why I have to defend the Browns quarterback is because today Mike Sando came out via Underdog NFL and said executives and coaches rank Shedeur Sanders 35 out of 35 veteran QBs. One defensive coordinator said, I sleep like a baby if I got to play him every week. One executive said, he's inaccurate at all 3 levels. I can't tell if he's going to get better, but there's a huge gap between him and competent QB play. Huh? Again, Deshaun Watson is the starting quarterback, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right now. Until we see him play in the preseason, which I think once we see him play in the preseason, I don't know. I watched Doris Sanders with my own 2 eyes last season. Not even on a television screen. I literally went to the game against Pittsburgh, right?
Okay.
Watched him with my own 2 eyes. I've seen worse. I've seen 20 times worse. In fact, I saw worse in that game from Aaron Rodgers. Okay?
Yeah.
I watched Doris Sanders have incompetent wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
That same game, his tight end went down for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But he made do of what he could.
Yeah. No running game, by the way.
No running game.
No offensive line. There were 5 guys out there on the offensive line, but no real offensive line to speak of. Yeah.
A head coach who didn't believe in him, who didn't even want him on the team.
Wouldn't even address him by his name.
Yeah. And you got defensive coordinators out here saying, if I sleep like a baby, if I got to play him every week, what are you talking about? Like I said, what did he do? Did he kill somebody? Did he run over somebody? Because
he must have backed over the puppy on something must have happened that we don't know about. I feel like we'd know about it.
Because the way people talk about him, you would think he's arrogant. You would think he's just like saying, I'm the best quarterback in the league. I'm going to do this, and that. I have seen nothing but him come in and say, I'm going to do the best that I can with what I got.
Yeah. And he makes appearances. It's not just making an appearance for the sake of making an appearance. I mean, he's out in the community trying to make a difference. I saw some clips of him on the practice field working with Taylor Green last week or the week before, whenever. He certainly didn't have to do that, right? I mean, he could be looked at as a competitor. I know Taylor Green's more of I get it. He's a project quarterback. I understand that. It's going to take some development. It's going to take some time with him. He's not a direct competitor of Shedeur Sanders. But, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you're on the same, NFL roster playing the same position. That's your competitor, right? And he's not an established veteran where he's like 15 years in the league and he's passing the torch to Taylor Green. I mean, he's helping a guy who got drafted 1 year after he did. He's on the field working with him, going through some stuff. And I'm like, he didn't have to do that. But people, well, he does that because he knows the cameras are on him. Okay, well, the cameras were on. Where was Deshaun Watson? Like, where was Dylan Gabriel working with Taylor Green? I don't understand the hate either, Autumn. I never have. He's a reasonably accurate quarterback. I mean, you can say what you want. I know the air yards per attempt weren't there in college, but they also drafted Dylan Gabriel, who was right there with Shedeur Sanders for air yards per attempt. So it's not. I really don't understand. I guess it's the confidence. But don't you want that?
Yeah, my thing is, it's not even from, like, I will say this. There's only one Cleveland media person that I've seen that has tried to create tension, and we know who that person is. I don't give that person attention on any of my platforms.
Sure.
They are very much not helpful when it comes to talking about Cleveland sports, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to everybody else, in this media landscape of Cleveland, I've heard them say nothing but great things about Shedeur.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's in the community, like you said. Like, he takes pictures of people. I've seen influencers at training camp. He takes videos and pictures with influencers. So off the field, he's even nicer. On the field, the entirety of the time, he could be so mad. He could be so angry. He could be, I hate Deshaun Watson. Oh, I'm so mad that he's getting more first team reps. That's not what he's doing. He's getting what he has. So I don't understand this idea that he is just so terrible. Again, I watched him play last season. Jerry Jeudy on purpose dropped a touchdown during a game.
Listen, I get that Shedeur has a long way to go. I've said that. I'll say it again. Until we see the development, until we see that progress, we're going to keep talking about his development. It's there. But I thought at times last year in an offense that was completely stagnant, And again, by the time he really got out there and started to get some starts, they lost Quinshawn Judkins. The wide receiver room was in shambles. Jerry Jeudy already had 8 or 9 drop passes at that point in the season. The offensive line was completely just. I'm sorry. Probably great guys. Autumn. I don't know. They were inept. They couldn't stop. They couldn't run block. They couldn't pass block. I mean, you would have been better off, I think, just putting 5 traffic cones out there. It would have deterred a pass rush more than that. And maybe some of it's injuries, age, whatever. I'm not trying to throw shade at these guys. They just weren't very good.
No, they weren't.
I saw Shedeur Sanders show these flashes where they moved the football with him at quarterback. And I can see that with my eyes. I don't have to break down analytics. And I know, I get he threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns. Sure, he did. It didn't have a great year, but there were flashes. I thought there were enough flashes that he showed something worth working with, right? Like there was something there that you see that we can work with this guy. And if he doesn't develop, then sure. I'll admit I'm wrong. It's fine. I'm not saying I'm not saying that he's going to be the next great Hall of Fame quarterback. I just think that there's something there worth taking a second look at. And you've got to know what you've got with him, because we've talked about it before. This next year's draft is so loaded at the quarterback, at every position, really. But you've got to know what you're doing at quarterback before, really probably week 8, week 9, so you can start formulating that plan for the draft.
Think about this. Last year, he wasn't even number 2 on the depth chart. He was number 3.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco started the first 4 games.
Yeah.
Then Dylan Gabriel started the next 3. He didn't get into the season until halfway through, and he had less than half a season to put together a decent rookie year, right? And I don't judge rookies off of when they come in. Now, I could see if it was like a JJ McCarthy and you were the starting quarterback the entire season and you were terrible, right? JJ McCarthy is terrible. We know this. He had an entire season to prove that he was good. He's terrible, right?
Very good.
Shedeur Sanders was number 3 on the depth chart at quarterback, was only practicing with the third stringers in the practice squad. He gets put in because Dylan Gabriel goes down with an injury and he has no time to really adjust to starting with the starters, right?
Yeah.
And even then, he did a pretty good job adjusting. It's not like he's just so inept. I don't understand this idea. I've seen inept quarterbacks. I've seen quarterbacks that can't move, can't run, can't throw, can't do nothing. From what I've seen, he can move, he can throw, he can create opportunities. It's all about the chance and the opportunity. I say if by week 6 he looks a little like then maybe you could say, all right, something's not right. But the boy hasn't even started a game this season. We haven't played a preseason game. Nothing has happened to the point to where it's like, he's so terrible. He's so awful. And this is what I also hate about these like execs and coaches polls is that something happened during his pro day or whatever to where they all have this idea of him in their head.
Yeah.
That now it's translating to the NFL.
I think a lot of it is so simple, Autumn. I think it's just the fact that he's had, he and his brother kind of do the influencer thing, right? They have camera people around him. They have guys that are recording every move. And I think some people find that off-putting, right? When you want to have a conversation with a guy and there's 3 or 4 cameras around, there's social media and there's like boom mics or whatever else is going on. I think some people are uncomfortable with that. And it doesn't lend to arrogance. It doesn't lend to a superiority complex or anything like that. It's just this is what we do. Is people document their every move now. Let the guy enjoy his professional career. He's documenting his life as a professional quarterback in the NFL. If I got a shot to play in the NFL, man, I'd want everything mic'd up. I'd want the cameras on me. I want to hey, look at my hey grandkids, look at my 2.5 games in the NFL, because I wouldn't get very far. But I'd want to prove that I was there and that I was, that I made a difference, that I did something. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know, Autumn. I'm not really sure. He's got a great, even in his worst moment since he's been a Cleveland Brown. He gets pulled over on the highway, right? He's speeding, whatever. He was respectful to the officer. He did everything that you're supposed to do. And people still found a way to kind of really talk crazy about him for that situation. Meanwhile, we've got Myles Garrett over here getting pulled over 11,000 times, going triple digits in like a 35, like running over nuns outside of it. Oh, but he's Myles Garrett, so who cares? He can do whatever he wants. It's crazy. I don't get it. It's wild.
It's just I'm just waiting for somebody to come out and say what Shador did during the whole like interview process for the draft, because
picture it didn't happen. Like, prove it.
I genuinely don't know what he did to where all of these execs hate him, all of these people hate him. The only person I've seen that has really embraced Shador is his head coach, Tom Monken. Tom Monken literally came to him when he got to Cleveland and said, "Do you know how long I've been trying to get you on my teams?" Yeah. He said, "I tried to recruit you in college. I tried to get you to be drafted by the Baltimore Ravens." He said, "Now I got you on the team." So you have a head coach who wants him on the team. Yeah. What makes you think that this is like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all really made me defend a Browns quarterback. I hate defending Browns quarterbacks because they all end up just being what they are. Okay?
Yeah. But here we are.
When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about brand nights because the Guardians had their Marvel night tonight. The Atlanta Dream had a Barbie night, and I want to talk about brand nights because I think that they're fun, and I think they tap into the side of sports that we don't talk about. Okay. When we come back, we'll talk about that. I'll give you my good spiral. I'll give you my bad spiral. And then Double A will come in, of course, with Midnight Run. We'll be back here in a few on Inside Edge Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. What's up, guys? Awesome show on Unfiltered today. Got into a lot. Cleveland Sirens, it's a thing. The hype video is out. It's fantastic. Event coming up this weekend, too, to support them. Truly cool to see WNBA back in Cleveland. It starts now, so make sure you guys check that all out. Also talked about still no vote from the county council to making the sheriff position a voted position again. You really okay with that? Doesn't seem right. Doesn't sit right with me either. It seems like maybe there's some power issues going on with the county. We talked about that too, and so much more coming up tomorrow on the program. As always, 5:30. Jake Underwood joins the show. Can ask him, is 16 too early to vote? You guys spoke. We'll see what Jake has to say, plus everything else going on, local news, sports. We got it for you right here, Unfiltered, 5 p.m. all along the Inside Edge Network. I will see you on Thursday.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Inside Edge. We're here on the Daily Spiral. And that is lovely theme / brand night. Now, I know a lot of people are like, why do you love theme night? What is it about it? I love a team that goes all in on a theme night, okay? So, this past week, the Atlanta Dream hosted a Barbie night, specifically to celebrate Angel Reese's release of her Barbie collaboration. Everybody dressed in pink. Everybody looks like Barbies. She had her Barbie there. They had a special performance. It was just like everything was cohesive. And I like a night where you just are there to celebrate a collaboration. Like tonight is Marvel night with the Guardians. You know, they do AAPI month. They do Black Heritage Month. They do a ton of brand nights. And I love a team that leans into a theme. What is your favorite theme / brand night?
I mean, you mentioned like the Bark at the Park nights are great. Especially when you're watching on TV and they just the whole game is just like the cameramen are going around just showing everybody's dogs, right? Just doing ridiculous things. Sometimes they're eating a hot dog or whatever. They're running down the aisle because they got loose or something, chasing a foul ball, whatever. That's pretty cool. Or sometimes the dogs will just sit in the seats like, better than most humans, and they'll just kind of sit and watch the game. But no, I love Bark at the Park. But yeah, brand nights are great. It's funny because I feel like you think about like the Savannah Bananas, and they've taken brand night and like really pushed it to a completely different level. But that's where it came from. I think a lot of this came from like Bill Veeck, in minor league baseball, and just trying to create more of a reason to come to a minor league baseball game. Like, it's sometimes it's not about the game on the field or on the court. Sometimes it's about the environment, right? And I think the important thing is, like you said, the Barbie night for the Atlanta Dream. I think that's so cool. Like, think about maybe like a little girl who loves Barbie and is kind of basketball, right? She may have the talent to be an excellent basketball player, but she doesn't really know about it until she sees Angel Reese or her favorite WNBA player or whatever. And now she sees this Barbie collab, and it's like, well, okay, like, all right, now she starts dreaming a little bit differently, right? And I think that's what it's about. It's just, putting more eyes on the sport, collaborations, and bringing people together. I think it's cool too. I think it's a lot of fun. It depends on what you've got. I've got some examples. We can get to it later, but I'm going to hear what you kind of think of them first. I've got some great examples for brand nights that we could do. Autumn,
I love it. Like one of my favorite. Okay, so again, I used to work in merchandising for Cavs, and so we didn't just do Cavs stuff. We did monster stuff. Like the Cavs would do like nice here and there, but they were more like City Edition. I'm sorry. This is the one thing I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The City Edition jerseys every year are terrible. They're awful. They're horrendous. None of them represent the city usually. They're just horrendous jerseys, right? But the City Edition it's supposed to be like the thing, right? It's supposed to celebrate the city. I will say this. I did like the blue ones. I did like the blue City Editions, but every other one can't do it. No, ate it. But the Monsters, because they are sort of that minor league team, they would do different brand / theme nights. And so we would sell like the theme jerseys. So they had a Ninja Turtles themed night one night, and there were Ninja Turtle themed hockey jerseys. They did a Marvel night. They've done every single night you can think of, and I like it when everything is just like across the board, like top to bottom. Like you have a themed jersey, you have a themed performer, you have a themed like everything.
Yeah.
And so like I enjoyed that aspect of it. So I think my favorite theme that anytime someone does it is, well, of course I'm not partial to Marvel. I love Marvel.
Cool, yeah.
But I like it when everybody just fully leans in.
Yeah, I think so too. So here's my idea. I thought of, so when you said you sent out the rundown, you said brand night. We're talking about brand nights in sports. I thought, what would be some good brand nights that we could do, that we could get into? And I thought, how cool would an IKEA night be? Well, yeah, you show up to the arena or the stadium or whatever, and there's your seat, right? It's in a box, and there's like 400 pieces and like 300 screws. Yes, you got to put your seat together. And if you get it done by like the first quarter or the first inning, there's like, you go to the concession stand, like, look, I got my, and then you get like a free hot dog or a beer. Speaking of hot dog, wait, we can do a Costco night, dollar dog night, but you have to buy 50 of them at a time. You got to buy them in bulk. That's the only downfall of that one.
Or you could do like the Costco menu, which you can go get a dollar dog, like a $2 drink, and a $1.50 slice of pizza.
Yeah. I like, okay, so here's what I like. This is, you know how they have like the last home game of the year, they run out of everything. So I feel like, especially this is for baseball, when we're getting down to the end of the season, maybe at the end of the year, they have a Spirit Halloween night where as soon as the game's over, last out, the stadium just turns into a Spirit Halloween. And you can put your costume in there as well. I've got a lot of ideas for brand nights. I love the IKEA one. I think building your seat, it's a team building kind of an exercise. You go there with a buddy, you got your seats together, you're trying to put it's great.
Spirit Halloween night is actually really funny because I love Spirit Halloween. I do, because let me tell you something. I've seen Spirit Halloween in the most ridiculous places I've ever seen.
It's just to be a high school? Like what? Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
Oh my God. Like, okay, so there's one opening near my house that used to be a Big Lots.
Okay.
There's another one that's in South Park Mall that used to be Forever 21. A couple years ago, what is now Activate, I think it is, in Strongsville.
Okay.
That was a Spirit Halloween at one point. I was like, why have I been in here before? I'm like, oh wait, this was Spirit. Yeah. And before that, it was Key Bank.
Yeah. I took out my first mortgage and I bought a Michael Myers mask in this building. This is amazing.
What is there used to be like a gaming place near my house. It used to be called Level Up Gaming.
Okay.
And they put the Spirit Halloween in the gaming thing. And you could just walk through and you could tell it used to be like something like I love Spirit. Spirit is the most ridiculous store because it should not make sense. It should not make sense that there is a pop-up Halloween store every single year. But
how do they do it? How do they have the time to do it? It is like, I mean, August ends, September comes around, the leaves start to turn, and something that used to be something else is that now it's a whole Spirit Halloween.
It's a fully functioning store. It's a fully functional store that has aisles, that has decorations, that has dressing rooms, that they put up decorations, and then after a week after Halloween, it's not there.
Yeah, you walk back and everyone's gone. It's all dusty. You're like, wait, this was just. It's like a bad movie, like where you like I swear there was just there was a hotel on this property, and now it's just a broken. I stayed here last week. Like it's wild. It's insane how they do it.
You know what it reminds me of? I love Parks and Rec, and so there's an episode where this slide company comes through that makes playgrounds, and they call themselves Kaboom, and they would go in, they would build a playground and get all of these volunteers, and then it would just disappear. And I remember at the end of the episode, the guy that interviewed him, they were like, so how do you do it? He goes, oh, I just tell people we're gonna come build a playground. We really don't actually build the playground. They give us a bunch of money and we just leave. And I'm like, and they're like, so you money launder? He's like, yeah, that's exactly what we do. I'm like, oh my God.
That is money for playgrounds. Yeah, we're not doing anything wrong. We're fine.
That is Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween is just one of the most ridiculous stories, but I love it. But yeah, I think a Spirit Halloween night for the last night of the game, whatever, even if you're in the playoffs, everything must go.
Yeah, the last out happens and the lights go out, right? And everything gets creepy, and all of a sudden there's when did they even get the costumes in here? Like, this was a concession stand 20 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for it.
Got that weird witch coming in.
Yes.
Like, it'd be perfect.
Yes.
All right. Let's get to my good spiral and bad spiral of the night.
All right.
Good spiral is Variety's Power of Youth event. I have never seen so many people that are not youth, but I'm living for it. We have all 4 finalists from all 4 female finalists from this season's Love Island. Last year's runner-up, Alandria, and then the year's previous winner, Serena, were all at this event. So I can't wait to talk about it tomorrow. Also, I'm going to talk about the Love Island reunion that's shooting this Monday. Yeah, because I won't be able to talk about it next week because I will be on vacation. Bad spiral. Bad spiral. I'm trying to think of what bad thing happened today that I think you should stay away.
Cleveland Browns Twitter, just in general.
Honestly, straight up, Cleveland sports Twitter, just stay away. Oh, no. I know what my bad spiral is. Thank you for jogging my memory. I was going to say this. All the people who don't know geography, what is going on? I have heard that Cleveland is landlocked. Let me tell you right now. If Cleveland was landlocked, we wouldn't get lake effect snow. If I lived not near a lake, you know how great it would be. Lake effect snow is the devil. It is the heaviness of snow and the consistency of rain. It is terrible.
Yeah.
And you said, I don't understand why it's called the Sirens. They're not near water. There's a whole Great Lake.
Have these people never heard the mistake by the lake? Have you never heard that moniker when it comes to Cleveland sports teams? Really? Like, you've never heard anyone say the mistake by the lake and wondered, I wonder what lake they're speaking of. Like, I'm so confused.
It's not even just that. Cleveland is there's not only a lake, there's a whole river. You can even like leave the lake out of it. Yeah. There's a whole river. The Cuyahoga River is right there. So you're not even landlocked from a lake. There's a river. There's multiple bodies of water that surround Cleveland.
I mean, the river has been on fire. How do you not know? Yeah,
yeah. So to all those people who think Cleveland is landlocked, I don't understand. You might pick up a map, do some geography, like go back to school,
something
like learn about the Great Lakes and just how creepy they are. Because the sirens, and if they lean into the horror element, will be so great. It'd be so amazing.
It's cool.
It works, but somehow, some way, you're like, why would they be called the Sirens? They're not near a body of water. They're landlocked.
Maybe some people still think it's about emergency vehicles. I don't know.
I could even say this. Look, and if you say, oh, what about the suburbs? Babes, I'm going to tell you right now that there's multiple waterfalls near my house. There's multiple creeks and rivers near my house.
If you live in Northeast Ohio, you feel the effect of Lake Erie in some way or another. I mean, come on.
There's multiple bodies of water. Dude, there's not even just one lake in Ohio. There's a whole place called Geauga Lake.
Yes. Pretty water-centric, if you ask me.
I'm pretty sure almost every single city in Ohio is surrounded by a body of water.
Something, you got water everywhere.
Every single one has a body of water running through it. Maybe not Akron, but even then, Akron probably does have one. Toledo has one. They're not that far away from another Great Lake. Columbus has one. Even Cincinnati has one. Learn your geography, people.
It's important. Got to know where you are.
Yes, tomorrow we will talk about the Variety Powered Youth event and how I don't understand red carpet events, but we'll talk about it. So much more, so much sports stuff. Double A, are you ready to switch over here? You also will see Chad and I on Friday. We will be back hosting on Friday. Tomorrow will be me and you again? No.
I think it's who is it tomorrow night?
Oh, it's me and Eli.
Yes, it's Eli.
No, it's me again?
No, what does that point mean? No, there's a double point. What does that mean?
Okay, listen. This is
I can't build
tomorrow.
this. I need help on the
So here's what we do. Okay, listen, Chad, I got you. Autumn, I got you guys. Ready? Mondays when the week starts and Double A is on. And Tuesday sometimes Eli's gone, but if he's not, he's on. Wednesday and Thursday, which it be, he knows where he needs to be. Woo! Thursday would be tomorrow. And then Friday, usually it's me, but I'm off. So we'll see. That's it.
Did I learn something there? My brain went somewhere else. What happened?
My brain I don't know what's happening. Tomorrow you'll see me and you'll see somebody on the screen.
Hey, look, there's double A.
Man,
Okay.
Don't you like that song?
No, not at all.
I worked so hard on it.
No, man. That ain't a little work. That was a little polish. You know, that's all.
Well, that was my songwriting skills in 15 seconds. So you give me a little bit longer, I got a little bit longer.
True.
He put a
Eli will be with Autumn tomorrow,
That's right. And I will be.
and then I will be with Autumn on Friday on Spyro. Autumn will be with Chad on Prime Time on Friday.
Wait, what's my name again?
Okay, that's why I'm so confused. Look, y'all, I told you I've been up since 5 a.m. I don't know.
Eli is off on Friday.
I just forget things sometimes. Look at where's Papa Moon at?
This is Eli's fault. Okay, we got it.
Whoa. Let's not put. Nobody's blaming anybody, Autumn. We're just discussing it here with all the audience.
We're having a family meeting. That's all.
That's right. All right, team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team. All right.
God.
Autumn, another fantastic job as always. We appreciate you so much, Chad B. Thanks for holding it down with Autumn. I guess I'll be with you tomorrow, and I got some stories. I can't wait to share. I got some stories.
Some Lori?
Yeah, I got some stories. I got some. All right, I'll stop singing. I guess it wasn't working. All right, Autumn. Thank you so much. Say goodbye to the people. Chad B. Say hello and goodbye to the people, and yeah, that's what
I've
we
been
got.
saying hello for 2 hours. Goodbye, people.
Goodbye, people.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and have them disperse. They have done a fantastic job. Double A. Don't ever embarrass me like that again. Just go along with it.
No. You know
The song was cool, man.
the quarterback rankings it blew my mind so much. I had to take yesterday off.
Yeah, I mean, I joined you because I guess it pissed me off too. Do you want me to work on my quarterback tier song? At number 35, we believe in Cleveland that it's our guy. All right, station identification coming up right after this. It is the one, the only. Our program director, our bro. And sometimes he gets mad. I don't know about tonight. We'll see. Station identification, and you know it. Midnight Run with Anthony Alford coming up right after this.
Sweet